YouTube, what's up? Welcome to Ruiners episode 8. I'm your host Rob Knob, sitting here with Eric Leach.
Hello.
And tonight we are going to cover, actually it's nighttime for us, but for you it could be any time of the day. So good night, good morning, and good afternoon. Tonight we're going to cover the newest Walking Dead episode. We haven't actually talked about it.
No.
So this is completely unscripted, just like everything else we do.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we haven't talked about if we liked it or not, so let's get right into it. I'm just going to go ahead with my, not my review, but my rating. I'll let you get into your paper and everything over there. Your paper. I do have some things I want to touch on about the episode, which I really liked, and how the show's been going. But I give this episode, out of 10, I give it an 8.
Okay.
I thought it was really good. I thought it was intense. I thought it had a like an old school horror feel to it. When they got inside the factory, we'll get into that later. But I really did like this episode.
Yeah, I'd give it a 7.5.
Okay.
It's so funny because it's hard to top the episode from 2 weeks ago.
I know.
Last week it didn't live up to that, and I just keep thinking back to that episode from 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so whatever, 7.5. But yeah, there were some really great scenes. I really love the governor. I wrote on my paper he went to go to another show that we love, Breaking Bad. He's in full Heisenberg, man.
Yeah.
He is going insane.
Yep.
He's going crazy, and I love it.
Yeah, the part of the show that really highlighted that to me was when the governor got back to Woodbury, and Milton was like, "Are you okay?" Because there's blood all over him, and he was like, couldn't be better.
Yeah.
He was smiling, and that's when I was like, "Uh oh, he's crazy." We're getting to the book crazy now. We're getting to how he was crazy in the book, and the governor's definitely turned into my favorite character.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's by far, and it's kind of a bummer deal because I think he's not going to live past the season.
No, not at all. Okay, let's get into this episode. One thing I really like that they've been doing, I think I've said it before on the other show, I love how they're singling out characters and basing whole shows around them.
Yeah.
So obviously this episode was about the governor. I would say the governor, Milton, and Andrea.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a great episode. Like I said, I gave it an 8. What I really loved, my favorite part, is when they were in the factory.
Yeah.
When Andrea was running away. A couple things I didn't like about it were kind of like those old school horror things, like why didn't she just do this? Why did they do that? So they're doing this whole cat and mouse game inside the factory. She opens the door to that hallway of zombies, and I was like, oh crap! Like, what the frick's gonna happen? And so, she does a pretty cool move where she goes behind the door and basically corners the governor with all these zombies, and it leaves it to your imagination on how he got out.
Yeah.
Which, I would have just ran if I were him.
Yeah,
but he just started blowing them away and freaking pistol whipping them, and who knows how he got away. I mean, like, he's sick and twisted already, and we already know that. But it's just every show is the next step towards that more sick and twisted guy.
Yeah, and then he gets back to Woodbury, and he finds out that the zombie pit was burned and the trap was all that.
Well, let's get into that. So, who do you think burnt the zombie pit?
Well, I guess it would be Milton.
Yeah.
Because he talked to Milton afterwards, and he was kind of like, oh, I'm really sorry to hear about that. And he's like, yeah, well, I know. He goes, do you know who did it? He goes, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know who did it. And so there's.
So you think when the governor asked Tyrese, he really saw the honesty in Tyrese's face?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because Tyrese was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. I was really hoping Tyrese they were gonna kick him out.
Yeah. And
he was gonna end up back at the prison. Which I mean, there's still definitely time. I mean, 2 more episodes.
But why would he go back to the prison? Because they didn't have a good experience at the prison.
I guess just for shelter. I mean, I don't know. I guess just for shelter. If he knows Andrea's going back, because she told him, like, hey, this isn't right. Like, the governor he's whack. And they were kind of like, what are you talking about? Because they haven't seen that side of the governor yet, but they will very soon.
Yeah, I don't know if that would have happened if he would have gone back. I think that he's now seeing all this stuff about the governor, and perhaps that's what's going to play into these last couple of episodes, especially the battle, where they're going to ask Tyrese and his, 3 that are with him to do something, and he's going to be like, no, because he is acting like that now. He's like, I don't like what you're doing. This is not sitting well with me. And the governor's, man, it's real tense between the governor and Tyrese and his crew, So I think that I think that eventually they will go back and be with Rick, like for season 4.
Yeah.
But then they wouldn't, like if they were to get kicked out, why would they go back to prison? Because it didn't end well.
My whole thought behind it was just shelter.
Yeah.
Shelter, safety, I don't know, because like what is the government going to do to us, this and that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to end of the episode. Well, actually, let's go beginning of the episode. The governor's getting his Michonne chair ready. He has all these weird tools. He has like a cervix.
Yeah, that was bizarre.
Yeah, I don't know what to call it. I don't know what they're called. So I don't know what he plans on doing with that. One thing that they talked about on The Talking Dead, which was cool, I didn't think about, is when he pulled out the needle and thread. Their theory behind it was that he planned to, inflict this pain and then stitch it back up so he can do more.
Sure.
And I was like, oh, that's so good. That's like so in the mind of the the original governor in the book. Is to do something sadistic like that.
What about popping out her own eye?
Yeah, definitely.
She took
eye for an eye.
Eye for an eye, boom.
Tooth for a tooth, he's going to punch her teeth out.
In fact, that's one of the bylines in their advertising, an eye for an eye.
Really?
Yeah, so it's kind of like,
there you go.
Is he going to take out Rick's eye?
Yeah.
Is there going to be another eye?
I hope they cut off his hands.
I know, you really want his hand.
I really want his hand. That was such a big part of the book to me. I mean, that was like a really pivotal part of the book to me.
Sure.
Rick was like very handicapped and he had to lean into the others, which this is a different Rick in the show than it was in the book.
Totally.
But given that, I really do think, I hope he gets to that place of dependency where he has to depend even more on Carl, because in the show Carl's more grown up than he is in the book. He's doing different things. He's going on his own. I can't hear myself on this mic.
Yeah.
I don't know why I did that.
Well,
but yeah, so
we talked about that at the last episode. We talked about how that would really play into the dependency. That Rick's in charge, but now he needs other people to help him out. So, yeah, one of the things that was. Are you done talking about the beginning of it?
Yeah, I'm good.
It was really a weird scene. The weirdest part was when she sees the prison, but before she sees it, and then it goes to a shot of Rick.
Yeah.
And Rick's in it for 15 seconds, and he thinks he sees something, and he kind of shakes his head.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's it. That's all we get of Rick. 15 seconds.
That's pretty much it.
It would have been better for us not to see anybody.
Yeah.
Her see the prison, and then the governor takes her down and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It was kind of
weird. It was a weird part. And then after that, we see Andrea in the Michonne chair.
Yeah. Which
is going to be... So I have two questions. One, is Milton going to rescue her?
Okay.
Or is Tyrese going to rescue her? What do you think?
I wonder if Milton's going to ask Tyrese to help.
Yeah.
Because I think Milton sees that. I think Milton sees that Tyrese is not happy. And so he's going to start getting his own allies.
Ah, okay. I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so there's definitely a possibility of both of them, rescuing her. And then when Tyrese sees that, that's the tipping point.
And then maybe so I guess there'd be 5 of them.
Yeah.
No, 4 of them then, or whatever.
Well, there'd be the 4, and then Milton, and then Andrea, they would all, go and...
Well, Tyrese's guy isn't going to go. I think he's going to stay.
Yeah, him and his
son.
So
it's going to be Tyrese's sister, Milton, and Andrea. Right. Maybe they go back to the prison.
Yeah, so it was just really interesting. And that scene with Tyrese, going back just a little bit, when they're on the wall, and then Andrea takes off, and they're like, why didn't you shoot her? Oh, I'm not going to shoot her in the back.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So you can tell that he doesn't quite he's not following in line.
Yeah.
And that's good. Because I think Tyrese he's a great character, and the actor that plays him well.
Yeah. And they did a good job capturing his morals.
Yeah.
Even though Tyrese in the show is completely different than Tyrese in the book. I mean, other than his name, and the fact that he's black that's completely different. So, but I do like the character.
Yeah.
So.
All right, I got something for you.
All right. Oh yeah.
We done with the episode. It was good.
It was great.
I'll tell you, it's going to set up for the last 2 episodes of Big Battle and stuff. So that leads into this.
Okay.
We're going to play a little game here.
Okay.
Well, game.
This was a surprise.
A little surprise.
I have no idea what this is.
Here it is. All right, so we're going to play the game. Will this character die?
Okay.
All right. I thought you'd appreciate this.
I love it.
So I'm going to go through the first. These first ones are, I think, a little easier to call.
Okay.
So. Will this character die? So let's just go through it. Rick.
No.
The governor.
Yes.
Herschel.
Yes.
Maggie.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Well, actually, I'm going to say no.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Andrea.
Yes.
Carol.
Well, actually, I'm going to say no to Andrea as well.
Okay. Why?
Well, just because she makes it in the book.
Okay. Yeah. Well, some other people make it in the book.
Yeah. But I mean, everyone is eventually dying off in the show that was kind of killed in the book as well.
Okay. Play along with us at home, kids. Carol.
Yes.
All right.
Even though Carol's very like, she's dead, she's alive. Like that one episode, she was in the closet. I mean, maybe she'll just hide out. I don't know. She seems very ready to fight. I think. I mean, she hasn't really. I don't think I've seen her with a gun or anything, but I think her allegiance is there. She's ready to fight.
Cool. Beth, Herschel's younger daughter.
Yes.
She's gonna live. Okay.
No, she's gonna die.
She's gonna die.
Sorry. Yes. No, she won't live.
Okay, that's right. Will this character die? Yes. What? Who?
No.
All right, let's get into some of the tougher ones.
Okay.
These are the ones I think are a little tougher to call.
Wait, so it's the question, will they die?
Will they die?
Okay, yes. Okay, good.
Okay, Daryl.
No.
Merle.
Yes.
Really?
I think so. At the hands of the governor, yeah.
Okay. Michonne.
No.
Glenn.
Yes.
Glenn's gonna die.
I think Glenn will die, but Maggie will go on.
Oh, that would be.
But also in the book, Glenn's there in the book as well.
Yeah.
Glenn.
He's
And
developed
Maggie.
into such a good character.
Yeah, I just think he's too gung ho. He's too
Risky.
about it. He's just put too much on the line.
All right. Tyrese.
No, I don't think he'll die.
Okay. Carl.
No.
We talked about this a little bit. This is the last one.
Okay.
The baby.
I really wish the baby would die.
It's just so sadistic.
Our rating just went down. Instead of 6 views, we'll have 3. No, I mean, I really loved the book. I loved, like, the book was so emotional. You know what I mean? When at the end of the prison scene, and if you guys have read it, then you know.
And we talked about it in the last podcast. The last
yeah.
So watch that one, but yeah, it just. Yeah.
I just, I think it's going to be implied if it happens.
Yeah.
I put Beth and Judith in the same category. I think they'll die together.
Okay.
She's really cared for the baby. It's basically like she's the mom,
She's the mom.
who's like Rick's not really there.
Yeah.
And so she's really cared for the baby.
And I know there are other characters, but I think they're
Yeah.
just secondary characters. I don't think Milton's gonna live. I don't think Martinez is gonna live and stuff. And I don't think in Tyrese's, I bet you his sister's gonna die.
Yeah,
and it's gonna
that's
turn
what I
him
thought.
crazy or something. But yeah, those last ones that I read off. I mean, those are like, I wonder what's gonna happen because it's gonna be a bloodbath.
Yep.
And there's gonna be, in Walking Dead fashion, there's gonna be some surprises.
Yeah. I had this like gut feeling that the battle's not going to happen in these last 2 episodes.
Dude, okay.
And it's going to be the beginning of the next season, and I'm like, no, I'm going to be literally pissed off if that happens.
I'm right there with you. I will be so pissed if we have to wait for this battle that we've been waiting for this whole season.
Ever since we found out the governor. Oh, I guess it is this season, just this one season. But it seems like 2 seasons because of the break.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've been waiting since, when did it start? October?
Yeah.
Last October?
Yeah,
oh my gosh. It has to happen this season.
I was totally thinking about that earlier today. I'm like, if this doesn't end like we're hoping it will, it'll just be no bueno.
My gut feelings are usually wrong, so please be wrong. I really want this to happen.
So.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks for watching, YouTube. Make sure you tune in to the other episodes of Ruiners because we're following this Walking Dead second half pretty close. We got some cool theories. Check out our Breaking Bad theories episode, which is probably one of my favorite episodes we've done.
Yeah.
And I'm your host, Rob Knob. That's Eric Leach. And until next time, ruin someone's life.